Hey, just because you're a serial killer doesn't mean you can't contribute to your local economy. What's going on, everybody? Mark Conwell with your MHN Horror Fact of the Day. It has been a while, but we are actually getting back to doing serial killers. I know they're very popular. And today's serial killer is known to be America's very first serial killer. He was very active during the late 1800s in the Chicago World's Fair, Mr. H.H. Holmes. Pretty creepy son of a bitch. Although we did get a possible movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and a pretty decent episode of Supernatural out of it. So, yeah, we did pretty good. Of course, excluding the part where people died, but you know. What are you gonna do? It happened more than 100 years ago. But hey, really quick before we get to that fact, if you could be so awesome to stab that like button, smash that subscribe, and click that little dingy bell to be notified every time we drop amazing content right here on MHN. Now back to the serial killer fact. H.H. Holmes, being quite the serial killer, confirmed to kill anywhere between 10 to 32 people. That's actually documented, but some people say it may be upwards of 2,000. They actually have no idea. He was known to put blondes in walls. It was kind of a crazy time during the World's Fair. A bunch of people were there, a lot of vagabonds and other people that were undocumented, you know, ladies of the night, hookers. They're fucking hookers. I'm not gonna be politically correct here. They were hookers back then. I don't know what they're called now, but they were called hookers back then. Anyway, but there is a very interesting fact about H.H. Holmes. He is probably one of the very few serial killers, if the only serial killer, that has actually profited off of being a serial killer. He used to take the skeletons of his victims and sell them to local universities for scientific research purposes. I don't know why he did that. They actually do that. You know, you could donate your body to science and everything else. I certainly thought it was interesting that he was actually making money on this shit, but even more so that no one asked any questions. Hey, Mr. Creepy Mustache Man with a top hat, where did you get these skeletons? Hey, I found them. You know what? This guy seems all right. I think we should trust him. I know he just dropped off 10 skeletons last week, Jerry, but I still think he's a trustworthy guy. I'm just saying. Let's not give him a hard time. He's got a mustache and a top hat. What's not to try? And that has been your MHN Horror Fact of the Day. And I have a comments challenge for you. What's your favorite serial killer? That's it. That's all I got. What's your favorite serial killer? And I, of course, will pick the very best comment, and that person will choose a future topic of MHN Horror Facts of the Day. Thank you so much for checking this out. And please share this video. And I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of crazy shit happened in the World's Fair. It's kind of interesting. The ice cream cone was invented. H.H. Holmes got away with all of his shit. A lot of really interesting things. There's a bunch of great books on the World's Fair, especially the Chicago World's Fair. Highly, highly recommend doing a little bit more research out of it. It changed a lot of even stuff we do today and live today. It was kind of on display in those World's Fairs. I highly recommend. There were several. I highly recommend, dive in a little bit of research, watch a few documentaries, learn your history. History is good. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. Like accepting 10 skeletons from a perfectly good stranger, even though he dropped off 10 skeletons the week before and you never asked any questions.